recently I've been going to like a lot of the thrift stores and stuff like that, and I was able to get like older components and was able to build a tower for myself, and that's what I'm going to use for my primary computer. I've been using this Anchor 4-port hub for my Republic of Gamers laptop, and it works really well. It works fine. It works well again with my laptop, which is a gaming laptop, and that's why it's able to power both the external hard drives. But I'm gonna be linking the splitter to my router, and my router does not have enough power to actually power the external hard drives when being networked. So that's why I decided to get this thing right here. Now, this is not a sponsored video. I paid for this with my own money. This is the Atolla 7-port USB data hub splitter with one smart charging port. So I will be unboxing this, and then I will be setting it up to my TP-Link router. And then, you know what? I might as well show you the process of how I'm going to actually set it up. This is really going to be just an unboxing. I can't really give you a good review on this because, you know, I'm just testing it out for myself. It does seem to be a good splitter. Not too many problems with it. Also, there is a lot of people that have purchased it, as you can see on Amazon. It is relatively good reviews, and that's why I decided to get it. As far as how it works long term, I don't know. I may give you an update later on, but for now, I'm just going to set this up, and then we'll go from there, okay? Now, as far as the design, I'm not a huge fan of the design as far as the way it looks. As far as the feel, it doesn't feel too hefty. It's made of plastic, okay? So hopefully it doesn't break. As long as you don't drop it, I think it'll be okay. As long as internal components are decent, which I'm hoping it is. It does come with instructions, I guess. Do we really need to look at this? Probably not. Okay. Again, the reason why I got it was because the other USB hub splitter did not have the, I think this is like a 5 volt. Yeah, 5 volt 4 amps. So it did not have this, which made it difficult, or I couldn't use my external hard drives because it was the router was underpowered. This is a dedicated USB charging port. It does have 7 splitters right here. Let me just see the DC5. Now you can see the components are on. It's LED lighting, blue light. The reason why I like it is because you can actually turn each of the individual USB hubs off by just holding the button. So if you have only 2 hard drives, I actually have a lot of hard drives, external hard drives that I could plug into here. Now, as for the length of the wire or the USB link, the cable, it is fairly decent. Let me see how long this is. Let me see how long this is. So So the length of the actual USB, the cable port is actually about 40 inches. As for the power adapter, let's take a look. So it's about 47 inches to the bottom of this adapter, and to the prong is about 49 inches. So both computers can actually use the hard drives. It makes it easier when I'm trying to edit videos and stuff like that, and that's why I'm trying to network the hard drives. So basically I'm going to plug in my USB cable to the router. There we go. It's connected. I plugged in the power. Now here are two of my hard drives. One and two. And powered on. Both are powered on. I am actually going to be adding more hard drives to this port. I do have at least 5 minimum external that I will be probably adding onto it. For now, these are the 2 that I really need. Now you want to log into your router. Usually the default for the router is 192.168.1.1, or it could be 0.1. But mine is 168.1.1, and then we're going to just log into the router. Then we're going to go to the advanced tab, and then we're going to go to this USB setting right here, and then we're going to go to the device setting. Now you can see that both of my hard drives are installed here, but when I initially tried this, it did not show up. What I did was I pressed the scan button, and then still it would not show up. So this is a tip: if you're having difficulty in getting your hard drives to show up, install them one at a time. I mean, physically install them one at a time, and once it's recognized, it will probably show up on your router. So that's just a tip in case you can't get it to work. Next, we're going to go here to sharing access, and then you can use the default account, but you may want to actually create a new account. It may be a little bit more secure, so I'm going to do that, and then we're going to put a password, and then we're going to save it. So after it's been saved, you can go down. You can go right here at the folder sharing, and for me, I am going to just share all, and then I'm going to enable the authentication. Now, if you only want to share like a folder, you can do that by toggling this right here. And then you can, add whatever folder or drive that you want to use, and then do a browse folder path, etc. And then you want to enable the authentication, but for me, I want to enable the entire hard drives, the entire thing. So I'm just going to do share all, and then I'm going to enable authentication. This right here is your neighborhood network, and the link is TP share. You can also change it right here, the name, but you don't have to. I'm just going to copy this right here. You also have the file transfer protocol if you want. You can use that, but I'm just going to do the network. And then I'm going to open the file explorer. So we will go to the network right here. And then here we'll paste that TP share. And then this should pop up. It says enter your network credentials. If you remember the password, we're going to insert that. And then I'm going to put remember my credentials. Click OK. Now you have your network right here, or your 2 hard drives. Oh, well, 2 hard drives for me, but I am going to map the network drive. So I'm going to change this to the drive that I remember putting on my computer. And this is the folder. And you want to have this checkbox selected. Reconnect that sign in. That way you don't have to do it every time you restart your computer. And then I'm going to map it. Yep. And again, I am going to map this one too. Map network drive. And then this one, I believe I had it at J. And you can see that I have both my hard drives right here, K and J. And then I am able to scroll through different folders. And that's basically it. That's how you map your drives and add your hard drives to your Wi-Fi router, your network. So wireless transfer is going at about 1.5 to 3 megabytes per second, while the wired LAN is going at about, it's fluctuating between 3 and 7 megabytes per second. Because the file transfer, especially for media files, are very large, and that's why the file transfers are very slow. This may be a temporary solution for you, maybe not. I just need to transfer certain files between computers while I'm transitioning. This is going to be like a temporary fix. Because the file transfers were slow for the wireless router, currently I do have the Atolla set up to my laptop. I did find a extension right here, the USB extension. This is like a 6-foot USB extension, and what I can do is just switch it out like this, plug in this extension. This extension is going to the back of my tower. So I hope this video helped you guys out, and if it did, just give it a like, and if you want, you can subscribe to the channel. And this is not a sponsored video. This is I paid it out of my own pocket. I will be leaving some affiliate links on the bottom of the description. If you want, you can go ahead and purchase those items on Amazon,